Welcome to Recycled Robotics. My name's Ed. This is a sample of recycled green PET filament by Refil. It's one of my favourite build materials, and today I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm waiting to move into a new workshop, so I can't really do much towards my robot build at the moment. So instead, I thought I'd tell you about this stuff. It's made by a company called Refil, I'll put a link in the description, and it's a PET filament made from recycled drinks bottles. By the way, they've never heard of me, and they haven't sponsored me or anything silly like that. This is just a public service announcement from me. The first thing I'm going to say about this filament is that in my experience it's really easy to print. It took me ages to get PLA and ABS dialed in the first time I tried printing with them. But the first time I used Refil PET, it just printed brilliantly first time. It's also the only material I've had any bridging success with. Now that I'm more experienced with 3D printing, I would say it's easier than ABS but not quite as easy as PLA. So if you want to print things that won't melt in hot weather, it's really worth considering this material over ABS. Here are a few parts I've made for the robot with it. I used the clear version of the filament for this. As you can see, it comes out translucent white. On the left is a mounting plate for an L298N motor driver from Thingiverse. I'll put a link in the description. In the middle is a kind of general purpose holder that I made for the electronics. And on the right are some little feet that I made for it. Here it is fully assembled with a holder for an Arduino Uno, again from Thingiverse, link in the description. As you can see, one of the parts fits at a jaunty angle. This was a deliberate workaround for my lack of CAD skills. I just made a load of rails in my 3D file and figured there would be some angle at which it fits. One of the things I like most about it is its versatility. If you print it thin, it's really flexible. But if you use even a little bit of infill on a chunkier model, it becomes really quite rigid, so you can use it for applications that require structural strength. Another great thing about it is that because there's quite a bit of give in it, you can screw straight into it and it holds really well, and you can even do this just with bolts. That's probably not considered a great idea to do that, but it's great for someone who's bodging because it means you can get away with incorrectly sized bolts. There's one other positive thing that I haven't said because it's so obvious. It's recycled, and Refil only sell recycled materials. There are a couple of potential downsides that I'll mention. First is that PET is particularly stringy, and even with good settings on your printer you are likely to need a lot of cleanup. This is the only area where ABS beats PET in my book. However, it is easy to clean up stringing, and if you're new to all this, I strongly recommend that you invest in a heat gun. The other downside is that the range of available colours is small. The PET comes in green, blue and clear, but that's because those are the commonly used colours for drinks bottles. There's also one that's mixed, which is sort of grey, and all of them print translucent rather than transparent because of the layers. I'm happy without a huge range of colours because I like the idea of having a uniform colour scheme across all my projects, but that might not appeal to everyone. You can of course also paint things after they're printed. This is a fresh print of my maker coin. I've designed it as a sort of test print. It has internal holes which are a good test of first layer adhesion, and it also has writing around the edge which is a good overhang test. As you can see here, it has come out beautifully in translucent green. There's a little stringing as expected, but it has turned out really well. So in summary, I really recommend this filament as a great material, and I would say it's great for beginners as much as more experienced people. Check out Refil, who make it. They also have other recycled materials. If you want a large range of colours, it's not for you, but other than that one drawback, it's a must-have build material in my book. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear what people are printing with recycled filaments in the comments, and I'll see you next time.